Hi, I'm Neil of Team Teacher, teaching, living and raising a family in China. In this video, we're looking at a food and drinks PowerPoint lesson. Let's check it out. As always, I start my classes with a rule slide where we go over the rules, we do some TPR, and then I remind the students if they follow the rules, we have a reward for them at the end of the class. So this particular lesson is about food and drink, so we're combining the two to make like a little small meal, and we're also introducing the vocabulary some and we've got a whole different bunch of ways to do that. This particular lesson is aimed for more higher level students, and how it starts off is with presentation. So we're going to ask the students what this particular food or beverage is, and they tell me it's bread, etc. And I'm going to drill the pronunciation, and then we're going to put it in a sentence. So I have some bread. Same for biscuits, and I have some biscuits. And what I'll be doing is I'll be really highlighting as I'm going through these which of these food items have the S and which of these food items don't have the S. Mostly I tell them generally a drink doesn't really have the S, but there are obviously going to be exceptions. And then we go into some comprehension checking. So they have to look at the meal in front of the child, and they have to tell me what the actual small meal is. So I have some
correct
bread and water. And from there, we're giving now we're giving a small structure and examples for what they're going to do next. So I'll have them all repeat. For breakfast, I have some eggs and noodles. For breakfast, I have some bread and milk. And these are examples of just two different types of meals where they can basically combine food and food or food and drink. And then I put out a slide with all the food that we've covered, that I know that they've covered previously as well, that they can combine together to tell me what they've had for breakfast. And what I'll do is I'll generally just pick a load of students out from the class to do this, and then later on we'll actually do this in individual groups. So after this, we're going to go into a song. It's the world famous PPA, the I Have a Pen, Pineapple Pen song. It always gets the students singing and dancing, even if they're of the higher grades. Back from the song, we're going to read a story. This story, I don't believe previous to this particular PowerPoint lesson in the curriculum that they've covered days of the week yet specifically. So I've actually put the Chinese for this. So we go over the days of the week quickly, but it's very simple, especially with the Chinese, because it's just like day 1, day 2, day 3. And they just need to sort of identify the English words connected to that. And then we're actually doing a story. So The Very Hungry Caterpillar by Eric Carr. Now, all of this story is animated that I've been able to...
I'm hungry.
And the students can read along with me, and I'll read it to them as well. But each part of the story, I'm going to be asking them, like how many of these things are, what they are, etc. So we're going to be interacting as we're reading along as well. At the end of the story, and he turns into that beautiful butterfly, we're then going to watch a video. So it's a very nice animated video of the same style of the Hungry Caterpillar. So here they can let it kind of sink in a little bit more. And back from the video, I'm actually going into some comprehension checking questions for the actual story. So on Monday, he eats and what?
Correct. Correct.
And then just sort of checking, like if they were paying attention to how many strawberries that they were, and you click on the caterpillar to bring up how many strawberries, etc. And at all this point we're highlighting the S, because I feel the S is one of the most important things when dealing with especially Chinese students and students from Asia, is they always forget about the S, so it's always something that I'm very focused on and drilling. And then I've got this game where they come up to the front and they tap 2 different items or 3 different items, and they make a meal, and that's what they have for breakfast. And it's just a quick reminder, and sometimes you get some funny combinations. Once that kind of burns out, I'm going to then bring up that slide again of all the sort of food items, and I'm going to set them into pairs, maybe set a survey for them to go around and write down and talk with other students about what is the food that they like and they've had for breakfast, and then they can report back on their groups and stuff like that. Well, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, please consider liking and subscribing to our channel. Bye bye.